would you mind telling the launch control community a little bit more about yourself? Who you are, what you do?
Yeah. So a real estate investor out of Long Island, New York. We buy Long Island, Brooklyn, and Queens. So it's a very high cost area that's difficult to conduct business in. But we flip and wholesale, and we do a little bit of, or not even a little bit, a good amount of all sorts of marketing channels. So SMS is one of those, and we've been doing texting for, I don't know, three years now, maybe 4
Awesome.
years. I don't know, anything else I should cover?
Well, I would like to ask, since you've been texting for such a long time, how long have you been using launch control? And in the first place, what brought you to launch control?
We started using launch control. We kind of hopped between, I think, 3 different platforms at the beginning. Launch control being one of them, because I knew Aaron from a mastermind group that we were part of. And then we switched to a different platform, and then they stopped offering texting services. It was about a year or 2 years ago. And so we've been using launch control since then. I think it's the most capable platform at the moment.
All right, looking forward to many more years to come.
Yep.
I mean, since you're still here, I assume that launch control had some nice impact on your business. Would you mind sharing that with us?
Yeah, texting and launch control have been a good lead source for us. It's kind of like every marketing channel. We've had like ups and downs with lead flow and or deal flow through it, but overall it meets our metrics for the ROI that we're looking for, and so that we continue to invest in this marketing channel, among others.
All right, it's going to be even better, I'm sure. And speaking of the deals, would you mind just walking us through a recent deal that you had, just breaking it all down, sharing some juicy details?
Yeah, so let's see. We have some, I forget offhand where it came from, but we had a monster deal we're working on just now, where we closed on the house and we purchased it for 405, and we were planning to just clean it out and list it, and we figured it would sell for somewhere around 500. But in the time that we went into contract and closed on it, we found out that there were 2 new listings in the neighborhood that were renovated homes that were listed for $825 and $850. So much higher than we had our ARV, which we were estimating 700. So we ended up putting it on the market for 600, and it's going for over ask. So that was an awesome deal that we kind of lucked into by the market. And in New York here, the market is still pretty, I'll say, stable, for lack of a better word. We haven't really seen much drops like other parts of the country, but that helped us out on this one.
Great to hear that. Great to hear that, and I really hope that there are going to be many more deals like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Especially with the follow-up efforts, where you're going to be crucial in all of this.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Me too. Likewise, definitely. And since you've been using launch control for quite some time, do you maybe have any either launch control hacks or maybe general investment hacks that you would like to share with the community?
I don't know, Rudy, do you have anything that you could think of on the launch control side, Rudy?
Either launch control or, just generally
one thing that's helped us out a bit is utilizing how to tag leads. Since we're working with we're working with the CRM that doesn't integrate with launch control very well, we have to tag our leads so that way we're able to kind of have not just one person dealing with the leads, but multiple people knowing what steps have been taken with that lead, if that makes sense. So tagging them has been very important to us to know these are still hot. We can still work on these. That's been a nice little hack that we've uncovered.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Rodolfo. We mentioned that on the call earlier. Tags and notes really could be lifesavers, time savers in a nutshell, but still could definitely mean a lot for knowing what happened to each lead, what happened with this conversation, with that one. But yeah, definitely, it is like that. So I mean, that pretty much sums up everything I wanted to hear from you. So any last words of wisdom before I let you go?
Just some general investing advice. You said that we found that in the market, even though I said New York, we haven't really seen a drop in prices, but what we have seen is that there are many fewer buyers for wholesale deals. In the last number of months since interest rates have risen, people are just getting scared, and maybe less people are qualifying for the financing for their flips. So what we found is, one, we've actually found ourselves closing on more properties than we had before, because we can make greater margins than if we just wholesaled the property. So that's been one of our strategies. And the other thing is constantly kind of keeping a lookout for creative options. Again, as financing is tighter, being able to buy with different, more flexible or beneficial terms is more helpful now than it was last year.
No, understood. I mean, couldn't agree more, but that's actually the time when you need to speed up, when the competition is slowing down.
Yep.
And I can see that it pays off, definitely. So
exactly. Yeah, exactly. We're able to kind of stand out by being able and willing, right, to close on the properties when other wholesale only people are not.
exactly. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many clients I tried to tell that, but lucky for you, not everyone listened.
Lucky for us. Yep.
Yeah. That would be all. Thank you so much for the time to get on the call here. It was really wonderful meeting you and talking with you. And
likewise, I appreciate the insights you gave.